So, Chal, 1-0 win against Telford at the start of the season. How delighted are you with the 3 points on the opening day?
Yeah, really delighted, great to win. Fantastic to keep a clean sheet, especially when, like I say, with the side that's really been thrown together in 24 hours notice. I think the experience at the back was massive for us. And I always felt that if we could get, with what we've got, if you can get a clean sheet, we've got a chance to win any game. And that was the case. But we had to dig in, we had to work hard. Like I say, that's always the case. That'll be the toughest 90 minutes they'll do physically this year, because it's the first one and you're going into sort of territories you've not been in before for a while. So we've got to make sure, like I said, the next sort of 48 hours are important to us. We benefit, if you like, from not having a game Tuesday, so we want to make sure we recover right. And like I say, it's a great start. A difficult place to come in what was a really tight game, and it could have gone. Could have gone either way. So to come out on the right side of the results, really pleasing. Plenty
of debuts today, including the goalkeeper Rhys Taylor. How impressed are you, considering it wasn't that long ago that he actually signed?
No, absolutely. Like I say, I think with all the lads with the back four that's been thrown in there, obviously Dom's had to go in and do a job alongside Josh, and the pair of them were fantastic. Tom Kennedy trained with the lads for the first time yesterday and's gone in and played at full-back and done really well. Danny, similarly, Danny's played obviously games early in the season, but when he came back in on Thursday, and Rhys, we obviously came in Thursday, got the paperwork done yesterday, and obviously I think clearance eventually came through this afternoon, or certainly early morning. So to throw, like I say, that together, again, probably part of the reason why we set up a little bit safe, like with two sitters in there with Bondi and Richie, and I suppose relied on Bowen, Rowie, Hughesy and Brendan to go and try and cause as many problems as possible. We knew we had to be a little bit tighter than we would normally be. Certainly not at our expansive best, but like I say, we've thrown a team together at 40 hours notice. So defensively, being organised was massive for us, and the lads have used their experience, like I say, to get us through the game and get us a really great result.
Fair bit of backs to the wall action throughout the game. Dom Collins particularly at the heart of the defence. Even with Steve Williams to come back, how impressed were you with Collins today?
No, Dom did really well. Like I say, we knew probably last weekend, or certainly early in the week, that Willow would be touch and go for today's game, and so early in the season we ain't going to take risks that potentially put players out for longer. So Dom knew he'd have to go in and do a job again. We had decisions to make. Obviously Cranes could have gone in there. He's problem with his back, so we had a few issues, but like I said, the experience that the lads have got, the Rhys, Tom, Dom, Danny have all played higher level than this, and that was pivotal in terms of us getting a result. Like you say, we had our backs to the wall at times, certainly towards the end of the game when things were getting thrown at you. First 15 minutes, again, we looked like a team that probably hadn't spent a lot of time together. We were a little bit on the back foot, a little bit uncertain in terms of what we were doing. But after probably the 15-minute part, I thought we were, certainly for the rest of the first half, on the front foot. Obviously got a great start to the second half, and probably from that point sat back a little bit. And that happens, especially first game of the season. That happens because, like I say, you're asking your bodies to go to position or into territories in terms of energy they've not been before. Now we've worked hard pre-season, but pre-season games are they are preparation, but they're not total preparation for what happens in a Blood and Thunder National League North game. And every single player out there is given their all, and we'll be feeling it tomorrow. And that's why we've got to make sure that we utilise the fact that we're training more than other teams to make sure that we recover properly and look forward to a game next Saturday.
There weren't too many chances, but Danny Rowe sealed the game with another great strike. How crucial are these 1-0 wins away from home, especially early on in the season?
Massive. I think we at times we know that we can be free scoring, and with work that will come. But our success fundamentally, well, certainly 2 years ago, was built on being Minesley at one end and free scoring at the other end, and we scored the most, conceded the least, which is a great recipe for winning football. But especially coming here today, that clean sheet and defensive organisation I thought would be important to us. It's a cliche, I suppose. It doesn't take a great deal of working out, but if you don't concede, you've got a point minimum, and that wouldn't have been the worst result here, to be fair. It's a difficult place to come, like I say, with a team that's in its infancy. So to nick it, if you like, whilst also, listen, we had other opportunities. Dom's got a great chance. That was probably the turning point of the first half. Really, we've been under the cosh for the first 14 minutes. On 15 minutes, Brendan's put a fantastic ball in, and Dom should score from the middle of the goal from the free header. Josh, again, has hit the crossbar from again another fantastic ball in. But Rowie does what he can do. Listen, he's by no means at his best, and he's very rusty. But he's scored goals for us, and him dropping into them areas and scoring from 25 yards doesn't come as a surprise. No, absolutely not. And hopefully he'll get plenty of them as the season goes by, alongside his other goals from inside the 6-yard box.